Hi, I'm Susan Hersh from Meet the Experts. As men get older, they tend to grow a lot of hair on their shoulders as well as their back, and women find this not sexy. As women grow older, they tend to grow a lot of hair on their face, and they also grow hair in other areas of the body that's undesirable that men find not attractive. So the bottom line is that we have a lot of hair in all the wrong places. Today I have Mala Fight, who is a licensed electrologist and also a laser technician. And she is here to discuss options for both men and women as far as getting rid of all of those unwanted hairs.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Mala. So let's start with electrolysis, which is FDA approved and also is permanent hair removal. And I want to stress permanent hair removal. But let's talk about the machine that you use and the involvement, because I think that there's a misconception. There's people that are confused. They think it's very painful. They think it's like maybe one of those bug machines that zap you. So set the record straight.
Okay.
What is the machine that you're using?
I happen to use an Electrolysis by a company, Dectro. Any electrolysis is the use of a needle, which is really a fine wire that gets inserted into a hair follicle. Heat is generated, hair is removed. The question of how much heat, how painful it is, can totally be regulated by the operator.
Which is you.
Which is me.
And so you could make it high?
I could make it low.
So why are women coming to you for electrolysis work? I mean, what are all the reasons that they come to you and they choose this as opposed to getting waxed, for example?
Okay. Cosmetic uses. It can be done on almost any part of the body except for the inside of the nose where it's too vascular and you could get an infection, and the inside of the ears. Waxing tends to create distorted hair follicles, which make the life of an electrologist very unpleasant. Waxing's temporary.
And waxing also, for a lot of women, they get the ingrown hairs,
Absolutely.
which is not pretty looking, can cause scarring eventually.
People tend to pick at those ingrown hairs and scabs form, and then the hairs can't get out, and they usually end up going from bad to worse.
And this way, if they get electrolysis work done, they don't have to have a life commitment of shaving.
Absolutely not.
Because eventually, permanently, the hair is gone.
It is gone.
And also, as women go through menopause, their hair becomes darker, coarser, longer, and this also is a great way to get rid of those unruly hairs.
Definitely. They have those darker hairs, and then women come in also with the quote-unquote menopausal fluff, which is really fine hair, but it's enough to cast a shadow on somebody's face.
And most likely they don't see it on the inside, but when you go outside...
In the light?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It hits your face.
Side view mirror.
And you're like, wow, look at that field of grass.
They do. It's very, it's like a fringe sometimes on somebody's jawline.
And I love the term that you come up with called manscaping or menscaping.
It's very, very big right now. Men, as women have been doing for many, many years, are removing hair from bikini areas, chest, their back. They want to look groomed.
Right, and the unibrow as well.
Huge.
Let's talk about polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a hormonal disorder, and a lot of women actually grow an abundance of hair that's much more typical where men grow hair. Where are the areas that women are growing hair, and why does this happen?
The first thing that I will ask a client when I see her, if she looks like she has excessive hair on her face, is if she has regular periods. 9 times out of 10, they don't even get their period. I have seen...
That's a problem.
It's a problem. Hair on their chin and lip, breastplate, hands, nape of the neck, area where men tend to get hair and women...
What about their backs?
Lower backs.
Lower backs.
Lower backs also. Now, not everybody who has PCOS has excess hair growth, but most women do, and it's a big big issue.
The FDA actually only allows laser to be advertised as permanent reduction, not permanent removal. Electrolysis is permanent removal.
Right.
So let's talk about why would your customers come to you specifically for laser versus electrolysis?
These days, women are attempting to do full legs. Men want to get their back hair removed, their chest hair, and not necessarily every single hair. After maybe 3 or 4 treatments, their hair will be reduced by at least 50%, and that's okay by some standards. They don't want to get rid of every single hair. Now let me just also say, somebody who has your color hair, you are not a candidate for laser. So even if you wanted it, you couldn't do it. Blondes, redheads. So laser's fabulous for thick hair, coarse, dense, large body parts.
Which actually takes me into my last question with you, because in doing so much research, I feel like there's a lot of incorrect information on the internet, because I'm reading both ways. I'm reading that originally you could not work on people that had dark skin with a laser machine, which would be African American,
Correct.
Middle Eastern, Hispanic. Now I hear with technology that you can work on the darker skin.
A light-skinned with vellus hair, thin, lighter brown hair would have an alexandrite. An African American, a Hispanic, a tanned woman can come in and have work done with a YAG.
Right, so if you live in Florida and you have a gorgeous
Absolutely.
tan all year round,
Absolutely.
you can still come.
I still take sun, and I have done my legs, my arms, with no pigment changes.
Well, I'm so glad you clarified that, because I definitely have read it both ways on the internet. Well, I thank you so much
You're
today
very welcome.
for spending time with me. I feel like we've come a long way, and we have so many options out there for both men and women. So it's exciting.
Great. A lot of hair.
And you love hair.
I love hair.
Exactly.
It's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Until the next time, I'm Susan Hersh from Meet the Experts.